Hello and welcome back to another Telltale video. In today's one, we're looking at the TMNT, the RW ongoing series, issue number 3. Now, this issue is going to be focusing on Leonardo and about his travels around the world and how he's sort of like going on a pilgrimage in a way. And I think that this issue could be rather interesting with how it goes around expressing and showing off his travels and findings. But also at the same time, looking at some of the images, it looks like it could be like a really dark, fun story. So yeah, okay, so let's get into this one. Okay, so on this first page, we do get see Leonardo. He's burning some turtles who are dead, and he's talking about how basically, like in life, like there's some things which, like, you know, like you have to do to, like, actually, like, fulfill life and all that kind of stuff. And he's saying that basically, if you don't go to the Ganges River and bathe in it at least once or something like that, then you won't get salvation, or you won't fulfill life, or stuff like that, which is pretty interesting. And that's why Leo is here, because he wants to, like, fulfill that, like, that, like, you know, that little part of his life, and wants to, well, I can't stop it. I don't understand it, but it sounds interesting enough. So yeah, so then that's when we go over to the next page, which is where he explains a little bit more about all of it and about the reasons behind it and all that kind of stuff, which is really fascinating. So for this bit here, it's revealed basically in India, their funerals are held every day along the river and all that kind of stuff. And when they send the bodies off to get burnt or like just like be like sunk or something like that, these turtles would come over to them and then would eat them within like a couple of hours, leaving only the like body or like the bones. Which I must admit, I do find that be like rather like fascinating, and do hope we do get to see a lot more of like this history and religion kind of stuff explored, because I find it to be like rather fascinating. So that's when we do go over to the next page, where we do get to see Leonardo. He does find these turtles, and he's he wants to like, more or less like be part of their tribe. He wants to like know their ways and stuff like that. So he kneels down and starts begging for them, and the turtles walk off. And I find it weird because I'm going over to the next page. He's like, oh yes, I understand. Well, these turtles, they don't kill the dead, but they eat them. So that's when he decides to start his training by just sitting down and meditating for days and months and years. So yeah, I find it being rather stupid that he's able to find all this just from turtles just walking away from him, and he's thinking that he's found a new path in life. It's I find it to be quite weird for him, but yeah, it's Leo. It all works. So yeah, and that's when we do go over to the next page, which is where we do get to see Leonardo like meditating throughout the months, seeing him just like staying in one position, and then sort of like getting like a bit hungry, thirsty, and even though he's doing it all through like floods, rains, droughts, and all that kind of stuff, which is yeah, cool. So then we do go over to the next 2 pages. Now these next pages aren't in like chronological order, and this one's just giving out as exclusive previews and stuff like that. So yeah, so for this first one, we do get to see the foot. They're coming down towards Leonardo, and they're in a helicopter, and they do come over towards him. And that's when we do go over to the next bit, because he's got his swords out and he's about to fight them. Now this one does have text on, but the other page doesn't. But I've got a feeling there probably will be more text. So yeah, and gets his sword out and he's about to fight them, and he's saying that basically, oh yeah, these foot, you know, they're not gonna like have anything of salvation or anything like that, but it will get my swords, which oh god. So yeah, so then for the final bit, which was just revealed only like a few days ago, and this was revealed at NYCC, the New York Comic Con, and we do get to see one new page, which is just Leonardo walking away from so many foot, which I don't know if they're dead or they're alive. It's hard to tell with their eyes, and even like one of the helicopters are like completely crashed and broken. So and also in the distance we can see like there's another helicopter that's just sort of, I think is going to come down. So what did he do? I mean, I'm very curious to see how he goes around killing all these foot soldiers or anything like that. Also very curious to see how he's going to get to Mikey and Leo. No. Raph and Mikey in like the end of the issue. So there's a lot of stuff which I'm curious about, and I'm just not too sure what to really make of it, because it seems like a very dark and interesting story. But my god, this is taking things in a very different direction than I was expecting it to, because it seems that he's supposed to be on a path of being more peaceful and all that kind of stuff, and it does sound like this. So why? What went wrong? So yeah. Okay, so then for the description for this issue, okay, so for the description for this issue, it is Leonardo is travelling around the world in search of peace. All the adventures, good and bad, he's had with his brothers have taken their toll. He's seeking a new way to exist. Leaving the life of New York far behind, on the banks of gangs, he's found a toll colony that shows him a simpler way to be. But even these tolls have their foes. Leo can fend off poachers easily, protecting their temporary home. But what will he do when a deadly enemy comes searching for him? Each of these first 4 issues focus on one TMNT. In this issue, it's Leonardo, just narrowing his match with fan favourite artist Cliff Chang, whose unique art style perfectly matched this for this unique TMNT story. So yeah, I mean, I say that overall for the description, it's good enough. It's pretty basic in a way, so maybe there might be behind some spoilers and all that kind of stuff. When I did first read this one, and saying that, oh yeah, there's a toll colony, I was thinking there's going to be mutants and all that kind of stuff, not just regular turtles. I'm not complaining, but it's just not what I was expecting. But at the same time, why wasn't I mean, I probably should have been expecting that. So yeah, okay. So then for the covers, we do got cover A, which is done by Raphael Albuquerque. We do get Leonardo. He's put his sword on the ground. He's walking away from it. It looks really cool. It's giving me a little bit of like Lost, like Ronin kind of vibes, and also it reminds me of that. I don't know what specific issue is from Spider-Man when he puts a costume in the bin. It's giving me those kind of vibes, which I do think is pretty cool. So then for cover B, which is done by Cliff Chang, we do get Leonardo. He's in the water, and there's the helicopter in the background with all the tolls there as well. This one looks like a really nice. I don't know, it's like about it. I think it's more the colours which just give me like a little like peaceful kind of vibes, which it works far too well for this, which it probably shouldn't, because it looks very nice to the point which I'm considering like travelling out there just because it looks nice, but it might not be like that in real life, so who knows. So then for cover C, which is done by Kevin Eastman. Now this one we do get Leonardo. He's jumped through the air with loads of bows. He's jumped through the air with loads of arrows going past him. Yeah, there's not really too much to really say about this one. It looks cool. Yeah. Okay, so then for the next one, which is cover D, and this one's done by Jay Gonzo, and this one is part of a connecting cover one. You can be collecting the ones from this series, Night Watcher and Alpha. You can put them all together and you can make one big picture. And yeah, so this is Leo's one, and he's just meditating, and I do like this like cloth cloak thing a little bit more than his one in the actual comic. This one actually looks a lot nicer, but I think that's only because he was able to put a lot more detail into it other than just make it all white. So yeah, and then for the final one, which I'm going to show, there are like a few more. There's 36 covers, but last one which I'm going to show is cover E, and this one is Raphael. No. That's not. Well, it says Raphael Albuquerque on the TMNT blog thing, but it's not. It's actually done by Cliff Chang, and this one is the promotional art which they use when promoting, like telling everyone about who's going to be the artist. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And yeah. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's going for today, guys. If some, please share, let's subscribe and all stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.